Well, I gotta say, it's good to be home after that hectic road trip to Brady. Boy, my brother was rowdy. He was Thursday morning getting out of line. He dropped the F bomb, at least two times dropping the F bomb. It's like, what the F? Why'd you quit on your Halloween videos? And this and that. And I was about ready to leave him and stuff. And pretty much just go off to Brady all by myself. He then got behind my car trying to stop me and stuff. And pretty much I put my car in park, I took my belt off, and I gave him a whooping right there. And pretty much the staff was trying to get him to go back in the house. And I told him, I said, you're not going to talk to me that way. I ain't going to take your bull crap from you all the way from San Antonio to Brady. And so, anyway, throughout the whole Thursday morning road travel, he's just griping and complaining about one thing after another. He's like, oh, I hope you get fired from your Kent Bullish job. I hope you do this. I hope you do that. Well, I hope they fire the crap out of you because you're a worst employee ever. And he's wanting me to get fired and go work for him and stuff. And pretty much making up these silly stories about he owns these buildings and he's paying people and this and that. And so far, he's pretty much defrauding people and lying to people about, oh, these buildings are his and he pays money for lumber, this and that, etc. And pretty much he's been lying to me the whole way of the road travel and this and that about his buildings. And anyway, it's been all the way to Brady. Talk about his building this, his building that, yada, yada, yada. You get the whole idea. And so anyway, he's like, oh, I need a new phone charger. I want this, I want that. And, it's my way or the highway. And I was getting plumb upset that he's just being so manipulative and trying to get his way. And it's always been that way since he was a small baby and stuff. Or small child, whatever. And then he got that little Star Wars toy, Grogu, and he was kissing it. Grogu from The Mandalorian and stuff. He was kissing it, and he was thinking it was a real baby and stuff. And so anyway, now he was acting funny, and I said to myself, well, people are going to look at us like we're crazy, and he's crazy. Just a lot of stuff that went on during this road trip. It was a embarrassing road trip. Let me say it. And pretty much, I don't think I'm going to have another road trip like this anytime soon. I mean, not with him. Because if he wants to act like a baby and all this stuff that he does, well, he can be a baby and celebrate Christmas at his house. And pretty much we're going to celebrate here or there at West Creek Trail Rides. I think that'd be a great idea for, like I said, the Christmas premiere is coming. And so far, my parents ain't doing as much as Christmas-wise, because they don't have that much money. They're pretty much broke. And they can't afford Christmas gifts this year because of, well, number one, the barn that they got, the hay they get, the 3 cows that they have, and So anyway, they spent a lot of money over this year on all of that stuff. And I told my dad, I said, well, Dad, if this Christmas is not to spend money and stuff, well, you don't have to worry about me or David or anything else. But anyway, if by choice, if I want something, I just run to the store, go get it, and don't even wrap it up. I mean, not like we did last year. But yeah, just glad to be home and glad we got that butthead back to where he lives. Oh, he act like a butthead. Just getting in trouble all the time. Manipulating people like he always does. Thinking he owns buildings. Well, he doesn't own anything because he's not owner. You know, Thinking he's building this 2-story house and, it's not even his. He's lying just to say, "Oh, it's my house. This is my place. This is my home and whatever." No, he's just lying about it. He's lied to all of us. And lying is not good in his condition. And one thing or another, I hate being lied to, and a lot of you guys hate being lied to and stuff. But anyway, my brother just says some awkward things. He's been that way through the whole road trip from San Antonio all the way to Brady. And from Brady all the way to San Antonio. I mean, today. I don't know what's with him or what his problem is, but, he's got a lot of problems, let me tell you. But anyway, he acts like a regular butthead a lot of times, and so far we've been hearing what he has been doing. He's been knocking people in the head with a football helmet, just grabbing the helmet, popping them on the head, and, it's like this. Bang him on the head with that football helmet. And anyway, he breaks other people's things and just throws it in the floor. It breaks like teacups, glass, and, almost get the police called on him. And, he goes and breaks somebody else's, door and the glass that's in that door. And I don't know what to say. It's costing the people that own that place a lot of money because of his disastrous attitude problems, And that's my brother. My brother is just acting like a baby. He throws a fit when nothing goes his way. That's just him. I mean, he threw a fit about the Halloween series. If he's watching right now, I'm saying get over it. The series is over with. It's time to move on to bigger and better things. I've got other projects that I'd love to focus on. I love to work on. Like Horseback Riding Adventures. This Horseback Riding Adventures is a great series. Don't get me wrong about it. I've been doing this show for almost 4 years. 4 years of it running and stuff, but evidently it's almost 2 years. 2 years, 4 seasons. Season 3 is completed as we look at it. Season 4 is starting to film its episodes with a renewed 5th and 6th seasons. And then, yes, the very first Horseback Riding Adventures book 1 is coming out, which we got that pre-ordered. A lot of great content coming out for you guys as well. And at the end of this year and in 2025, late 2025, going into 2026, by the way. And so far, just got a lot of content coming out for you guys and for this channel and for the series and everything else. And yes, pretty much I'm getting me a brand new laptop. Just look at this piece of trash. You look at it, this shouldn't be the way it is, and you can see the circuits in there. This whole thing is just coming loose. This thing is garbage, and be glad when I get me a brand new one and don't have to worry about that breaking anymore. And get me some. And pretty much, this thing right here is my 1 terabyte chip, which I've got all episodes of Horseback Riding Adventures on this chip, and it's really good. I mean, we get some more, and continuously when I do other episodes, I'll get them on. Just have to go to my YouTube studio and get that going. But yeah, gotta say, it's always important to work on other YouTube projects and just leave the Halloween series behind after 6 years. And, that's kind of what made my brother upset, is seeing one series end and all these other projects going on and this and that. But who cares what he thinks? I mean, just act like a baby when he thinks that things ought to go his way and what the future of my channel could be like. And, I make videos. I mean, I do a lot of things. I work 3 jobs. I work YouTube at West Creek and Camp Bullis and all this other stuff. It's not an easy job when you think about it. When you have to run 3 positions and, my brother thinks, oh, I'm going to rule the roost. I'm going to destroy Jonathan's jobs. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to be the king and he ain't. Just, it's his imagination when we all look at it. Just him and his imaginable, cuckoo, got cuckoo birds in his head. Just think about all these disastrous things he could do, like destroy my jobs and get me evicted out of my own house and all this other stuff. But I'm going to stand up and tell him, no, he ain't going to do that. You ain't going to take my jobs away from me. You're not going to do what I think you're going to do. And you just ain't going to do it. Because, you ain't going to ruin me. You ruin me, I hope you have a good lawyer, because I'm going to sue you in court. I'll sue you for so much, and I'll make you scared where you don't sleep at night. And that's one thing, when you think about, oh, I'm getting sued, this, that, you can't sleep when you think about, oh, I'm gonna lose this, I'm gonna lose that. Well, guess what? If he tries that, he could get sued. But a lot of times my brother doesn't even know what he's saying. He's like crooked Joe Biden, nearly. He's, he doesn't even know. I mean, it's a spitting image of Joe Biden, nearly. I mean, I think my brother is getting to that early stage of dementia. He's 34 years old and has no idea where he is, thinks nothing but himself, manipulates others and this and that. It's unreal what my brother does. Just crazy. But I don't mean to brag about it. It's just like all these things, all these mean things he's been saying, oh, you should get fired, you should do this, you do that, you should work for me. And, you know, it's just one big lie that he says he owns this 2-story house and he's sitting there lying to people, saying he owns it. I mean, I don't believe it. I mean, I refuse to believe what he's saying to me. It's unreal. I mean, I know he's lying to me. I know he's lying to this family and to you guys as well. He's lying to everybody. And it's unreal what my brother's doing right now. He's not himself. He's physically and mentally not there. And I don't mean to make fun of him this way or criticize what he does. But in his condition, he's lying to all of us, and that's not good. you know. But anyway, that's all he ever thought about throughout the whole trip was, oh, I got this 2-story house. I do this, I do that, I do whatever I want to do. You know. But anyway, I'm just happy he don't live here. He'll never live in this house. He won't be allowed to live in this house. And a lot of things that he does destroy, it's the things I'd have to pay if he was here. Because the landlord would come in, if there's a big hole in the wall, they would ask me about it, then I'd have to pay for it. Because I'm on the lease and on the agreement of that lease. But let me tell you, he ain't going to be in here. He's not welcomed here. This is my house. This is my property. If I pay rent on it, it's mine. If I pay bills and I work 2 jobs and I'm trying everything I can to keep this place running and to survive, yeah. But I'm not going to let my brother destroy me, because that's what he's trying to do, is destroy me just to get his way. And that ain't happening. None of it is. He could try. If he does, he'll get sued. On top of it, I'll take him straight to court and I'll say, well, you know what? You can't do this. You can't do that. If you do this to me and I risk losing everything, then that's putting me out on the streets. That means I'm going to be homeless and I'm going to have to pay the apartment, whatever, all the fees for damages and this and that. But it ain't going to happen. So I ain't going to worry about it. That's just my brother's imagination. He's got so many millions and millions of things just popping up in his head saying, oh, I could do this, I could do that to my brother, I could rule the roost, I could be king over him, I'd do whatever. That's just your little imagination talking to you. And yeah, that baby that you had in the car, that toy of Grogu, that's not a real baby. That's a toy. People are looking at him, oh, like he's crazy. Like he's kissing this baby, like that. And I'm like, you know what? You are such a weirdo. People are going to look at you like you are mentally stupid and mentally insane. And people are going to look at you like you're nuts or something. I'm like, seriously, guy, you must be nuts. You cuckoo bird butthead. Oh my goodness. Cuckoo bird butthead. I never heard of that before. Oh, goodness. And that's just my little psychotic laugh right there. And I think I'm too tired to even laugh, you know? That's kind of what my brother acts like. He acts like a regular butthead most of the time, you know? And, but, you know, it is what it is most days, you know? He's in a mind of his 6-year-old ways. He's got a 6-year-old living inside a 34-year-old. Let me tell you. But anyway, yeah, that was my whole Thanksgiving right there, and that's pretty much it for now. So go ahead, hit the bed, and I'll see y'all later. And y'all have a good night.